Neil, first of all, Tom Lees, you said he was going to be out for a couple of weeks. What's the latest with his injury?
I don't think he'll be available. I'm hoping for the Millwall game he might come back into consideration, but I think it'll be a bit too soon for him this weekend.
So not serious as maybe it could have been?
No, not really. I mean, it sounded bad, when they told me there was a hole in his retina. But apparently it's a natural thing that when you get a fingernail pushed in it or something, and it heals quite quickly. So, hopefully Tom, he'll step up training next week again. What
about other injuries? There was a bit of a bug going around, wasn't there, on Tuesday?
Yeah, there were one or two lads still a bit down. Something that we think it might have been the chicken that we ate at lunchtime. 2 or 3 lads been sick in the afternoon at Burnley, and 1 or 2 lads have not felt good since. So we're going to have to see how that goes over the next few days. I want everybody to be sort of on top of the game really Saturday.
Obviously, Ross McCormack is stepping up his return. Is there a time frame on his?
Not really. I mean, you forget he's not played since August now, so I don't think it's not one that we want to push him straight back in before he's got up to date with his fitness, because Ross being what he is, he'll probably pull something else or do something else if we're not careful. So I think we've got to be a little bit careful, even though it would be nice to have him available.
I guess the temptation could be there, with somebody like him, Neil, but he's got to be 100% right, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think first and foremost, got to get him to a fitness level where we might be able to give him 20 minutes, half an hour coming off the bench. Then we can, think about playing him. But we're a bit way off from that yet at the moment.
What about Ryan Hall? Is he close to getting a first start?
Well, he had a great week's training, and then he played the game. We didn't really want to risk him with the bug that was going around at Burnley, knowing he wanted to play a full game the following day in his fitness. So he did ever so well, scored 4 goals, and he's still. Chris Shaw's been working with him last week every day, and he's probably not enjoyed it, but he's had to do it to try and get him up to speed with close to where we are. Same this week. We're not affected that we've got a game against Watford. He's worked hard every day this week, and including Friday he'll be working hard. And so possibly, he'll be on the bench Saturday. I don't think I did think about the possibility of starting him, but I think, at the moment he'd probably better off on the bench coming on.
He will potentially bring something a little bit different to the team that maybe you don't have in the rest of your squad.
Yes, that's right. He can take people on from all over the place really. And he knows where the goal is.
Now then, Neil, what about loan signings? Has that hunt continued this week? I know you weren't very optimistic earlier on in the week, but any chance of anything happening? Yeah, we're trying hard. We're behind the scenes. We're working hard to try and bring somebody in. It would be nice to get them in for the weekend. I think we do need a bit of a lift like that, but it's not as if we're not working hard to do that. Sean's making a number of phone calls for me, and then we're trying to put the finance in place to okay that. Does this, obviously earlier in the week you weren't very positive about it, so has anything changed the last few days?
No, really, I just feel that we do need, I felt that we need a new player in certain area to give us a lift now, and I've looked at everything we've got at the moment, and I do feel we need somebody from the outside coming in, and that's why I've pushed it and seen if we can do this.
I know you're not going to give us any clues, but an attacking player, would that be fair to say?
An attacking player, yeah. I don't think we're too far away, really. Everywhere else, I think it looks a little bit like. But when your forwards aren't performing, it's very difficult for the rest of the team. When our forwards have performed, if you look at our games, we've done well. And I thought I think if the lads that had come up trumps on the other night in the second half, I think. But I was disappointed with the front lads second half the other night. Not for lack of effort, but just the retention was very, very poor.